Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Motogp 19 career mode, and today we are here for round 2 of the Red Bull Rookies Cup in Italy, obviously the Mugello circuit. Have a quick look at the championship. Obviously it is the same as the order of what happened in Jerez, but obviously Carlos Tate absolutely dominated that race and the qualifying session, getting on pole by 2 seconds. I still don't know how he did that. We qualified second, but we finished third after the atrocious start. I managed to do a pretty good recovery up to third place, so I was quite happy with that in the end. I do know why the start happened now, so hopefully it shouldn't happen again. Basically, I was just accidentally leaning forward on the analog stick, and I think there seems to be some sort of bug in the game where if you lean forward on the analog stick, the bike just spins so much off the line or gets like no power, and I have no idea why. Perhaps it's because you're putting weight on the front tyre, I don't know, but it shouldn't really be that extreme. But anyway, without further ado, 10 to qualifying. Hopefully we can go one better than last time. Right, so we're in the garage now, here at Mugello. We're going to go out onto the track shortly. Hopefully we can put in a pretty good lap. So without further ado, let's head out. Flying start. So it's a bit of a weird line to be on Detti for the AI there. Although he managed to kind of keep it through in one gear, which is not too bad. Sort of better than what they used to do. It'll be interesting to see if there are any of the tropes, you know, that were on the last year's game. Well, yeah, mainly on the last year's game, because that was sort of from scratch. They didn't really have any. They had some of the problems from previous ones, but in terms of the lines, they were basically new ones. Also, they used to run really wide through the exit of Biondetti. They used to run wide, but we're starting the lap now. We're past Scott there in the pit lane. Oh, and Duke Squire. There is someone just come out, but luckily he's not gone on to. Well, he actually did start going up and over onto the racing line, but not until after we'd already gone past him. We've gone so wide to San Donato. Yeah, and that person's got in front of us now, although we've got past them now. But that was an awful San Donato. So we're probably going to have to go for another lap. It's a bit like at Jorge Lorenzo when we ran super wide. That kind of ruined our lap there. The tyres are already very worn for some reason. It's a bit weird. I don't know if that's a glitch or what, but there's no way the tyre should be that worn from... I suppose it might be simulated tyre wear from the out lap actually. Hadn't thought of that. Props them also for actually putting that in, to be fair. Through Casanova, down towards Savelli. You've got to watch out, that inside curve on Savelli is deadly. We've ran wide to the outside curve, which is not really much better. So probably lost a bit of time there. Watch out for the curve on Arrabbiata. Oh, yes, we clipped it. Uphill, we're bogging a little bit through Arrabbiata too. Again, same thing, watch out for the inside curve. So easy to clip, so easy to go down to Scarparia. Not too bad on these bikes, but definitely on some of the bigger ones. Easy to lose the front in there. Flicking the bike back over through Palagio. At Palagio we go. Is it Corantaio is next? Or Corantaio? It's the one I can never pronounce. I think if you've seen my videos before at this track, you definitely know I cannot pronounce this corner name. I probably aren't pronouncing the other ones right. We'll see. I'm not Italian, so I'm not used to the Italian pronunciations. But that was a beautiful run through Biondetti, if I do not say so myself. It seems like it's a little bit wider than previous years. Can't be too sure though. Going down towards Buccini now. Don't want to clip the inside curve there because that could be a crash. Coming out of Buccini. What's it going to be? Just a squirt to the line now. It's going to be in the 2 minutes. 2 minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 2:04.832. Then there we go. Again, I have no idea if that's a good lap. Same with Jerez. I haven't really seen any Red Bull Rookies gameplay or anything like that. Sort of want to experience all the stuff for myself. So I'll head back to the pits and wait a couple minutes to see what the lap times are looking like for the AI, and if I need to, I'll go out and do another lap. Okay, so with about 5 minutes to go, this is currently what the order is looking like. We're on pole by 3 seconds. Which does beg the question, has the AI difficulty reset itself to like 80 or something? Because it was an alright lap, I mean sure, but I ran wide at the first corner, so there's a good half a second quicker I can take off that time. And we're on pole by 3 seconds, so what is going on here? I kind of want to go check the difficulty. I don't know whether I can. And I don't really want to scrap this if I've just managed to get a good lap. But it does seem like there's probably something wrong with the difficulty level. But I'm sure I checked it and it still said 120. So I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. That's what I mean. I'm a bit confused. Definitely. There's been a few problems here with the qualifying. Obviously, in the last episode, someone was on pole by 2 seconds. Alex S. Grigg has just then gone fastest out of the AI, but it's still 2.9 off me. If it's going to be like this, then we're just going to take off from the front and go. So, I don't really know, to be honest, what's happened with the difficulty here. So I think I might go and check on that, and then sort of come back once I've checked that it's the right difficulty. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't. Okay, so now something else strange has happened. We did actually just get out qualified by Marcos Urate, and now David Salvador has gone 2.5 seconds quicker than anybody else. What's going on with these laptops? I don't know. So obviously there is nothing wrong with the difficulty, because he's just done what Carlos did last episode. So I'm a bit confused on what's going on here. I think there needs to be a patch, basically. But, yeah, so sorry about being all confused about this. I'm going to just cut to the end of the session now and just head into the race. Whatever happens, happens, I suppose. But it's absolutely ridiculous. That obviously, it wasn't even a good lap by my standards anyway. Like I said, I ran really wide in the first corner. So being third, I'm not too bad with that. But the fact that David Salvador is on pole by 2.5 seconds, and Carlos Tate, who did the same thing, is currently 6.3 seconds off of pole position in the last. He did the same thing in the last race. Currently 6.3 seconds off. Just seems really weird. Okay, now he's popped up and he's just done 2/10 slower. So I'm not really sure what's going on here with the AI. It seems to be a bit broken. So I'll skip to the end of the session and see where we end up. Maybe we'll just drop like really far down the order, because maybe they'll just all do amazing lap times. I have no idea.
Qualifying session has just ended, and while the riders make their way back to their boxes, let's have a look at the final times that show us the front row for the start of tomorrow's Grand Prix.
So in the end then, David Salvador is on pole with a 2:01.5 compared to my 2:04.8 in 4th place. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. I think it seems like maybe the 2:01.5 is what they're supposed to be doing, and they're just not doing it, and they're doing the wrong lap times. So basically, I'm probably nowhere near the pace of the AI. But yeah, it's definitely a weird one. Obviously, Marcos Urate, to be fair to him, he's done a legit time. He's beaten by 0.7 of a second. I can see that's possible. And he banged that in. But yeah, so we're starting 4th for this race. Once again, another problem with the qualifying times. So maybe you'll have to share this video and, probably message it to Milestone or something and see what's going on, because this doesn't seem right. Because look, and it's not like, oh yeah, I'm just really slow, because Mario Agi is then now another 3 seconds off my pace. It's ridiculous. But we're heading to the race now. There's not a lot we can do about it. I've just got to try and race hard. Hopefully I can get off to a good start. Hopefully I can, I want to try and beat David and Carlos basically in this race. So that's my target. I want to get past Marcos quickly as we can. Go with the other two. We'll see how that works out. And, yeah, I'll see you in the race.
We're now moving to the starting grid, where engineers and technicians are ironing out the last few details before the race starts.
Yeah, so pretty odd stuff once again. I don't want to keep talking about the qualifying all the time, but that seems to be the main talking point in the series so far. But we are on the grid now. We are looking at Carlos Tate, currently one of our championship rivals. But I just want to kind of get straight into the race. Look at Clement Rouge there. So yeah, want to just try and get straight into the race, hopefully try and go with the leaders, see, like, once again we are being interviewed. But 4th place on the grid overall is not too bad, especially with 2 riders doing the glitch time order. Got 2nd legitimately with, what I said, there's a lap I can take plenty of time off. Ran quite a bit, I ran wide through quite a few corners, so yeah, there's definitely some time to be found here. So like I said, I'll just try and go with the leaders and hopefully that'll work for me.
Not long to go now until the Italian Grand Prix here in Mugello. One of the most challenging and spectacular tracks in the entire championship.
Yes, that it is. One of the most challenging and spectacular tracks, as Keith Ewan says there. We're on the grid. Hopefully we can get off to a good start here. Okay, never mind. Clearly I didn't figure out what happened, because this has happened again. So we're down to 21st place already. So it seems like there's some pretty major bugs at least in my copy of the game, with the starts and things like that. But we have just gone around the outside of so many riders. I'm just going to be going for some reckless moves here to try and get my way back through the order, because it's ridiculous that this keeps happening. Jump into 8th. Sorry about that, so I sort of had to try hard to get back up the order. Up into 5th place now. 1 away from where we started, but it's weird because I actually did absolutely nothing wrong that time. So I don't know what it is, what it could be. Go a bit wide through Scarparia, but just get on the throttle early, bring it back through Palagio. But it's definitely ruining our championship here, this glitch. Definitely have to look into this some further, see if anyone else is. Do let me know, guys, because I'm sure some of you are playing career mode yourself. Are you having the same bug with the, well, 1 with the qualifying, and then 2 with you're letting the clutch out as soon as the lights go out, and your bike's just not got any horsepower compared to the AI. It seems to be very, very weird. So I thought I figured out why it happened last time, but obviously I hadn't. It's just I don't know. 208 for Salvador. I did a 214. Try and hunt down the guy in front. I think we probably can catch him. Urate. He seems to be like the last AI that hasn't got some sort of pace bug. Because the front 3 absolutely bolted away. And they bolted away from him as well, because I saw it. So it seems like there's some massive bugs with the Red Bull Rookies category here. Some of them have got some ridiculously simulated times. San Lorenzo. Getting close up to Urate. Oh, we had a look at the inside into Savelli, but we couldn't quite make it stick. For Arrabbiata 1, up towards Arrabbiata 2. Around the outside we go. Up into 4th place now in this race. You can see the front 3 are nowhere to be seen. Look at them. They're going through they're going through Palagio already. But we have lost position once again because we went in a bit hot through into Scarparia. But we know we can comfortably get this back. We caught up quite a bit of ground to him on this lap. So we clearly have the pace over him, so it's not too bad. And in fact, he's just sat up and gone wide. I think he's just gone off into the gravel. I can't be too sure, but he did just seem to sit up for no reason. So definitely some bugs really coming out. Oh, I've cut that inside curb. Oh, well, good job I didn't get a penalty for that, because that would not have been fair. But yeah, there seems to be some major bugs with this category. And I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, because it's just ruining my ability to even fight for victories. And this is happening. Like, I don't mind if I'm just really slow and have to turn the AI difficulty down. Like, that's fine, because I did that last year as well. Like, I don't have a problem with it. It's just they're doing ridiculous lap times compared to each other, and they're getting ridiculous starts that I can't match because, well, they shouldn't be able to get. Like, they're pulling off like as if on a Motogp bike, but effectively, but it's just not like it's not that severe. Don't get me wrong, I'll be a bit further, but it seems like they get mad acceleration, and I'm not sure why. So yeah, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. I know I seem like I'm ranting about it, but it's you know, how does that even happen in your game? Like, how can that happen? Where like you just have to play career mode once and see that this is a problem. So I don't know. I mean, I can accept that I'm just terrible at starts. Like, I don't mind losing, like, you know, if I lost like 5 positions on the run in turn 1, then fair enough, that's my fault. I'm not that bad that I'll lose 22 on the run in, you know, in the first 100 meters. It's not even the run into turn 1, because I'm already starting to get positions back by then. It's like, I don't even know. It's like the first 100 metres of the race, they're on MotoGP bikes, and all of a sudden they're back on Red Bull rookies. So I don't, you know, like I said, it's not, they're not obviously not actually on MotoGP bikes, don't have that good acceleration, but I think it's far off. Luckily, Cooney's taken a position off of Tate there. Obviously, Cooney was the rider we managed to beat last time. But those three are ridiculously OP. Now, obviously, I haven't watched any Red Bull rookies, so they might be OP in real life, but to this extent, I don't think so. We're just trying to, I'm just trying to keep my powder dry here, get through this race. So, yeah, this has been a really weird episode, full of bugs. Obviously, there was the one where first of all, there were 3 seconds off the pace. All of them were. Even the AI that then ended up being 5 seconds quicker than the other AI. They were all 3 seconds off the pace from not a good lap. I've just done a 2:03.9 in this race now. That's nearly a second quicker than what I did in qualifying. So, you know, like I hadn't even done a good lap in quali. I'd messed it up because I ran really wide into San Donato, and then made quite a few other numerous little errors throughout the lap. And they're 3 seconds off that, and then 2 of them just all of a sudden do laps that are 5 seconds quicker than all the other AI. And then one person does the actual lap time and beats me. Like I said, I don't care about that one guy that actually beat me because, you know, at least he genuinely beat me. He did a good lap compared to mine, and he beat me by 7 tenths of a second. I wouldn't consider that a glitch. I would consider the fact that, you know, well, it still is a bit of a glitch because he was still 3 seconds quicker than all the other AI, but then someone goes 2 seconds quicker than him, and then someone else does it as well. Start definitely asking some questions. Up towards Arabiata 2, we have got 9 tenths behind us, so it does seem like it yo-yos a little bit with the guy behind me. He's quicker through some sections and I'm quicker through others, but it does seem like we're gonna definitely consolidate this position. We're not under heavy threat from him. The rear tyre is definitely going off a bit though, so he's probably catching on with that because, well, never had to manage my tyres in these games before, so I'm not really sure how to do it. Obviously in league races you do have to do it a bit, but it doesn't have a massive impact on the race because usually everyone has to try and go flat out anyway, so you lose too much time trying to save early on that you can't catch up. So we've got a 1.1 second lead ahead of him going into Vicini for the last time, so I'd say we're pretty safe. But we've pretty much won the official race, you know, the race of the people who haven't cheated. But David Salvador has already finished as I'm coming out of Buccini. It has been, this is the 4th lap? Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. But towards the line. Another pretty decent result. You can see my rider's quite happy with that. Obviously, we qualified 4th, finished 4th.
Complete a victory lap.
What else can you ask for?
The final race ranking.
So yeah, we finished 11 seconds behind David Salvador. 11 seconds. Now that suggests to me it's the straight line pace of those AI, which is what is giving them our advantage. Because obviously last time, if you remember, I don't think we were quite 11 seconds off. I could be remembering wrong, but I think there is genuinely a bug with the Red Bull rookies in a straight line, because they are finding multiple seconds a lap out of nowhere. So I don't know. I'm sorry that this has been pretty much the whole episode, me just whittering on about this, but it's a big issue. It's ruined the championship. Like I'm not gonna beat him with, you know. I mean, I could still mathematically beat him, but you know what I mean. Like when he is, you know, well, if we go to Yuki Kuni's fastest lap at 2:01.0 compared to a 2:03.7 as mine. Now, it's nice to see that the other AI have actually done similar lap times to me. That means that I'm not slow. But if you go down here, a 2:11.9, this guy's fastest lap, Pedro Acosta, was 10.6 seconds slower than David Salvador and 10.9 seconds slower than Cooney on his fastest lap. We've done 4 laps and he has finished 56 seconds behind the leader. There is a problem here, but all in all, without all of the, you know, the wittering, obviously David Salvador won the race ahead of Yuki Kuni in 2nd position, Carlos Tate in 3rd place, I finished home in 4th, and Marcos Uriarte, who is actually the rider that did out qualifiers, legitimately finished 5th. So once again, I do want to apologise for all the ranting that I was doing in that race, but it is a bit ridiculous. It is a bit ridiculous. You know, I've said all I can about it. So yeah, let's head into the garage first, I suppose, and they'll show a little cutscene, and then we'll head into the career hub and see if anything has changed there. Oh yes, I forgot to look at the Riders' Championship. How silly of me. But there we go. Look at the Riders' Championship. So David Salvador takes the lead of the championship with 45 points there, ahead of Carlos Tate in second place with 41. Third place, Yuki Kuni moves up to third place with 33 points. I moved down to fourth place with 23. Marcos Urate moves up 3 places to 5th in the championship then. So we're already trailing the leader by 16 points after 2 races. Pretty hefty there. But now let's head to Parc Fermé and the career hub and see what happens.
Today's result was very positive, as you can tell from the mechanics' reaction in the pit. Of course, there's still a little more to go to make the podium, but they are definitely on the right path.
Well, yeah, well, I would have won the race if you take out the 3 people that were, you know, 2 seconds a lap quicker, but there you go. So we gain 2,177, I think it's reputation points, isn't it, in this race. And we got 202 for starting 4th, 302 for finishing 4th, 292 points there for the options that we're using, obviously, like, you know, no assists and things like that. Weekend, 796 for playing, well, obviously the 2 sessions in the weekend, so in the total we got 2,171. So that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. Seems like nothing else has changed on here then. Can you actually... No, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you can go to the research development, can you, for Rebel Rookies? I just want to see if you could even go to the menu, but you can't. Seems like Dovizioso won in Catalonia then, according to the game. But yeah, that's where we'll leave it there. I don't want to say anything else about the bugs because, yeah, it's just, you know, I'm just repeating myself over and over again, so I don't really want to do that. But I hope you enjoyed this race despite all that. We had a pretty good race. We had good pace. Sorry about that. Yeah, we had good pace compared to all the other AI. Obviously, we were just a little bit in front. So if you take out the 3 that were doing 2-minute zeros, there you go, right on the money. But I hope you have enjoyed this video, like I said. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.